everyone, so today I wanted to talk a little bit more about how I've developed a schedule that helps me stay focused on tasks and not try to multitask and do more things than I'm capable of doing at once. For starters, I have a really hyperactive mind. I like to say that I have 30 plus tabs open at once inside my head at all times. It is extremely difficult to stay focused some days, and it's even more so difficult if I've had more coffee than I should have. But one of the biggest changes I made this year that's helped me stay focused on task is using Asana. I shared a video, I think a couple weeks ago, and showed you how I use Asana to assign daily tasks and map out my week and even my month to stay productive. So I'll go ahead and link that up above for you so that you can click and see my tutorial on how I use Asana. That is my #1 highly recommended time management tool for entrepreneurs. It's free. I use the free version, so you should be able to, as an entrepreneur or small business owner, be able to use Asana free for all of your basic needs to master your daily time. And so with that being said, I have to obviously find tools that work for me. That tool, perfect. What I do is I map out every week and assign a client a specific day. That way I don't get overwhelmed because, for example, this week I have dental appointments to try to fix my teeth. I had some tooth problems last week. I was eating ibuprofen. It just was awful. So I'm going ahead and getting into the dentist this week to get some of my dental work completed, but that means I'm going to lose 1 full day of work. And I already only work 4 days because another day I go grocery shopping and run errands. And that means I only have 3 days of full work hours to get in. And I started feeling very overwhelmed. But that Asana helps keep me less overwhelmed because in my head I'm like, oh my gosh, I got this person, this person, this person. It's the first week of the month for one of my clients who I schedule a lot of content out, a lot of content and a lot of Facebook posts. So this is the week where I have to plan their entire month of ideas of what I'm going to write and their entire month of Facebook posts because I just go ahead and schedule the full month of those out before I even start writing. So this is a crazy week and it is very easy to get overwhelmed and go, how am I going to do it all? I have my dentist appointment on today, actually. This will go live on Wednesday. So what if that appointment leads to a second appointment this week? I mean, my dental work needs to be done fast. That's a priority. And I can get overwhelmed, like, am I ever going to complete it all? So being able to assign yourself a very rigid yet adaptable schedule can help you slow your anxiety and your overwhelmed mind down. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed with the what ifs. You know, what if I end up with 2 appointments? Oh my gosh, can I do all of this work this week? Am I going to be stressed out? Well, now I'm stressing myself out. Do you see how that kind of works? We stress ourselves out. So I want you to try to pause for a minute, and perhaps it's best to do this on the weekend when you don't have any client work due or any campaigns for your blog or whatever else it is that you do as a business from home. Spend your time on Saturday and Sunday and sit down with a pen and paper and write down some of your goals with your business. Write down what you have to do in a week or in a day or a month. Figure out how much time you're spending on each of these clients. And then from there, evaluate anything that might be wasting your time. For example, I came to an epiphany, I guess it's called, recently, where I've been writing for a client who I really love working for and I love the extra money, but when I calculated out the time involved, I realized that I'm only averaging about $24 per hour with this client because the time involved in the work is a lot more time than my other clients. So it's bringing my hourly rate average down. Now, mind you, I don't get paid hourly, but I always take my client work and bring it down to the hour to make sure that I'm making more of an hourly rate than I would be making if I went and worked in an office, because it'd be much easier just to go work in an office with an hourly consistent paycheck if that was the case. But no, I'm working from home, so I need to make more than that. And I need to make more than that to support my family. I need to make more than that to offset the taxes. You know, you should be saving 10% of everything you earn towards taxes. You can go in on the IRS website and pay estimated taxes, or you can file quarterly. So that way you don't have a huge tax bill at the end of the year. You know, there's all ways to get around that. But the point is you want your hourly rate to be something that you're comfortable with. And $24 an hour may sound great to some of you out there, but I've been doing this for 15 years and it doesn't sound great anymore. You know, my first 5 years, maybe, but I like to stay somewhere around $50 to $60 an hour, which still keeps my rates pretty low and affordable for clients. Because that's the key too. You got to make enough per hour, but you also need to be competitive in your industry. And so my average, I like to see above 60 an hour, but I'm also realistic and know that my clients generally pay at a price range that keeps me between, it could be 50 to 80 an hour depending on my task load for the week. And I like that 50 to 80 an hour range. It's pretty good. I'm happy with it. 24 doesn't make me happy. So when you're evaluating your tasks on that piece of paper, consider the time involved and see if there's any areas that maybe you can work to reduce the time involved with the task. Or maybe it's time to stop working for that person or offering that service because there's just not enough money in it for the time involved. Doing this has helped open up so much more time in my day that I can now build some other passive revenue streams to add that 7th or 8th revenue stream into my entrepreneurial business. And it'll make you feel great because you'll actually be getting stuff done. You'll be getting paid your value. And I can't tell you what your value is, but I can tell you that most entrepreneurs undervalue themselves. It's just something that we do. We want to help others, so we lowball ourselves, and we're constantly working more hours than we should just to pay the bills, but also help other people. So this is going to be a hard step for those of you that have had a very difficult time putting a price tag on yourself. But I promise you, as you start to develop this pattern of behavior and these habits of evaluating what you're doing, how much time is involved, how much does that come down to per hour, you'll start to get a view of, well, what do I want to make an hour and what am I worth? Okay, I have 5 people that are paying me somewhere closer to 60 an hour. Well, I like that. That feels good. Now, but these people are 24 an hour. Well, they're probably not going to pay more. They might. You could say that you're raising your rates in a month and see if they'll stay on board or not. Some will say yes, some will say no. Or you could just remove them and take that time that was involved with that project or those clients and put it towards something else. One of my goals was that I still wanted to help people. So now, Monday through Wednesday for the past 2 weeks has been client work. Because every weekend I sit down and I map out what I have to do. What is the hours involved? And I narrow it down. And I've gotten it now down to 3 days. So on Thursday, it's still my work day. I consider that a work day, but I don't have any client work. What will I do with my time? Well, part of it is I'm developing a membership website, which I can't wait to launch. And I'm also taking the time to volunteer half an hour to an hour every Thursday to help someone else. This could be writing a blog post and linking to something that they offer. I just recently linked to a friend who does IG story Instagram story templates on Canva because I happened to be working on an article and I was like, you know what, I'm going to link to her because she has some high quality work and she's been a long time online connection of mine. She could use a little boost. I'm sure she's making great money. But my point is that it's nice to have a day where I can do something kind as well and give back to the community that helped me be so successful. So that's what you need to do if you really want to be successful at home and you really want to go the next level with entrepreneurship. You need to evaluate the time involved with what you're doing. Come up with an average hourly rate that you're currently making and kind of get rid of those tasks that are reducing that average. Because if I got clients making 60 an hour, making me 60 an hour, paying me that, and then I have some clients making 24 an hour, that brings my overall average down, and then I have to work more hours. It's silly. It really is. So be more productive with your time. value yourself, and build in time to help others, because those three things together are going to make you feel good, they're going to make your community feel good, and they're going to help you be successful, because you're balancing that whole entrepreneurial vision of wanting to help people while still maintaining a really good level of income. And I want you to do that. I want you to sit down and evaluate how much time you're spending with each of these clients or tasks. Figure out how much you're earning from that per hour. And don't forget to subtract out any supplies you have to buy to complete those tasks. For example, if you're an Etsy seller and you're making products for people and you're selling it at this price, okay, well now you got to evaluate how much time does it take you to make that product? How much is the person paying you? How much are the supplies? And then how much are you really making per hour offering these products on your Etsy shop? Well, you may enjoy doing homemade products. You may not be making anything worth a dime, and there you're creating a business plan that doesn't allow you to, I guess, scale it to a larger profit margin. And that's the key, is to get to that larger profit margin while still maintaining true to what you desire and what you truly want in life. So I really hope that me sharing how I'm getting all of these little tweaks, I'm doing all of these little tweaks with my business to start working in a way that makes me feel good, that allows me to help others while still homeschooling, making money, and supporting my family while we work on our family goals. And I hope that all of these little things that I share really does help inspire you to figure it out and master your skills better and master valuing yourself for what you're worth. I'd love to help some people out there. So if anyone hears this and they're like, I'm having a difficult time and I really would love some advice, you can shoot me an email through my contact form on brandyellen.com. And, every Thursday I take half an hour to an hour of my time to help someone. So maybe this week it could be you. Just go ahead over to brandyellen.com. I believe the contact page is on there. And go ahead and click contact us and pour your heart out. Give me your questions, your situation. And I'll spend some time on Thursday, this week or next week when I have a moment, and I will send my advice to you and tips and tricks for free just to help you, because like I said, Thursdays I try to help somebody out there with something. That's all for today. Hey everyone, thank you for finishing that video. And I'm not kidding when I said I want to help you. So every Thursday I do half an hour to an hour of time to help someone with something. This may be writing a blog post, this might be SEO tips, this could be time management tips. So I'm not kidding when I told you, please go to brandyellen.com, click on the contact us button and tell me what's going on and what you're struggling with, or reach out with some questions. I will reach out to just about everyone that I can, depending upon how many people contact me. And remember, I only offer this on Thursdays, but I'm not kidding. That's your super secret awesome surprise. If you finish this video, then I want you to reach out to me with something you're struggling with and see if perhaps I can help you make your life easier, make your life better. So brandyellen.com, go ahead and click on that contact us button and reach out to me. Share your circumstances, what's going on right now, and let me know what your difficulties are. Let me know what tools you're already using or not using, and all that stuff. That way I can provide you with the best knowledgeable advice. And if I don't have the right advice, I can try to steer you in the direction with free resources to get you there. I really, truly hope you reach out, because it is awesome to be able to help people in any way I can, and I want to help you succeed too. Thanks again for watching this whole video. I appreciate you.